Durwood Zaelke. He is the founder and president of the Institute for Governance and Sustainable Development. He joins me now from Washington, D.C. Durwood, thanks so much for joining us here at TRT World. First of all, why is it so bad this year? Is it climate change only to blame?
Well, climate change is the accelerant. So you have the anomaly in the Arctic where we melt the Arctic summer sea ice that loses the reflective power. The Arctic is warming at twice the global average. That changes the jet stream. And so you end up with more drought over the West Coast and other climate extremes. So we're in, as the governor of California just said, we are experiencing the climate emergency on the West Coast of the United States. We're experiencing it in the Arctic, Siberian Arctic, which reached 100 degrees, has its own wildfires. We experienced it a few months ago in Australia with the wildfires there. So the question that now needs to be asked by all leaders is, what can we do to slow down climate impacts, the heat and the droughts, the floods, the sea level rise that are leading us to these extreme impacts? And that what can we do that's going to be fast in reducing the impacts? And the answer to that is, there are super climate pollutants that if we cut them, we can cut the rate of climate change in half. And we can cut the rate of Arctic warming by 2/3. So we know what to do, and this should be providing the motivation for the entire world. Of course, the U.S. election is going to have a lot to do with this. If the Biden-Harris team win the election, then we will expect the U.S. to emerge again as a climate leader and join with others around the world who are beginning to see the emergency, and they'll move to the need for speed.
Right. And you said we know what needs to be done. We need to do it now. We heard there in that report, official source also saying this is, the climate crisis in action. But is it too late? Is the damage already done? Do you still think this is stoppable?
I think what we can do is save what we can. Sure, we've lost some of this battle already. And now we're fighting the next phase of it. And if we can reduce the superpollutants, and that includes the black carbon soot, methane, ground level ozone or photochemical smog, and the HFC refrigerants in our air conditioners and other cooling equipment, if we cut those aggressively right now, we can cut the rate of climate change in half. And we can do it in the matter of a decade. So that's how we're going to save what we can. I mean, the real battle here is to prevent the self-reinforcing feedbacks in the climate system from taking over, because then we lose, as humans, the ability to control the rest of climate. And we're very close to letting that happen. But we can, if we speed things up, slow down the warming, and save a lot of what we need to save for the future.
Okay, I'm glad you ended that interview on a positive note. Durwood Zaelke, thanks so much for your time for TRT World.